Hello fans, welcome. Spoilers say that two of the most cunning, calculating, and controversial women in Salem's tangled history have found common ground. Sami Brady and Vivian Alamain have formed what appears to be an unlikely alliance. But make no mistake, this is not a story of redemption or reconciliation. This is the dawn of something far more perilous, a pact forged in manipulation and revenge. The meeting, first whispered about through Salem's grapevine and now confirmed by eyewitnesses, took place in the most peculiar of circumstances. Sami, supposedly on her way back to Italy to be with her children, made a mysterious detour, one that led her directly to Vivian. What was initially thought to be an accidental encounter is now being regarded as something far more calculated. The shock heard around Salem is no stranger to drama, but this particular twist has left even the most seasoned of gossipers speechless. When word spread that Sami was seen chatting cordially with Vivian, jaws dropped. After all, this is the same Vivian who has buried people alive, stolen embryos, and manipulated countless lives with her twisted sense of maternal loyalty and aristocratic entitlement. And Sami? She's no innocent either. Known for her explosive temper, trail of broken relationships, and relentless drive to get what she wants. At any cost, Sami Brady has long danced on the edge of morality. So, what happens when two master manipulators sit across from each other and smile? A friendship forged in shadow sources close to the scene described the encounter as eerily friendly. There were no signs of hostility, no harsh words, just calm conversation, perhaps even laughter, though what could possibly be humorous between two women whose families have warred for generations is anyone's guess. But in Salem, appearances often mask far more sinister realities. The real bombshell came just days after their meeting, when it was revealed that neither woman boarded the flights they were scheduled to take. Vivian, originally bound for Monaco, and Sami, en route to Rome, both vanished off the grid for nearly 72 hours. When they resurfaced, there was no explanation, only whispers and a growing sense that something monumental had just shifted beneath the surface of the town. Enemies become allies, but why? Let us not forget, Vivian Alamain once sought to destroy the Brady family legacy. Her vendettas were personal, cruel, and unrelenting. And yet here she is, making pleasant conversation with Sami Brady, whose father and stepmother were among her primary targets for decades. Is this reconciliation or recruitment? Some insiders believe Sami has grown tired of her image as the perpetual drama queen. Her attempts at domestic stability in Italy have reportedly failed. Her relationships are strained, her children resentful. She may very well be looking for a new identity, and who better to mentor her in reinvention than the queen of chaos herself, Vivian Alamain? Others speculate that Vivian sees in Sami something she has always longed for, a protégé with power, passion, and pedigree. In her eyes, Sami is a perfect storm, unpredictable, emotionally driven, and utterly fearless. Perhaps Vivian intends to mold Sami into the kind of heir she's always wanted. But there's a third, far more troubling theory. One that keeps even hardened Salem veterans up at night. A plan years in the making? What if this wasn't a chance meeting or a spontaneous alliance at all? What if this has been planned for years? There are reports, unconfirmed but persistent, that Vivian and Sami shared a prison block during one of Vivian's many legal entanglements. What if, during those quiet hours between court appearances and parole hearings, the seeds of a grander plot were planted? A plot not to destroy each other's enemies, but to remake Salem entirely in their image? Imagine for a moment a Salem ruled not by decency or diplomacy, but by deception and dominance. Sami and Vivian, each commanding their own armies of loyalists, could wage psychological war on the entire town. And given their respective histories, no one, absolutely no one, is safe from their influence. The calm before the June storm. June is coming, and with it, so are Sami and Vivian. Not separately. Not by coincidence. But together. Unified by a mission that only they truly understand. Already, the early signs of unrest are being felt. Nicole Walker has reportedly canceled her upcoming vacation. Chad DiMera has upped the security around the DiMera mansion. Even Marlena Evans, long the moral compass of the town, is rumored to have expressed concern behind closed doors. Why? Because they all know what these two women are capable of individually. But together? Salem has never faced anything like this before. What lies ahead? What exactly are Sami and Vivian planning? Will they target their mutual enemies, perhaps the DiMeras or even the Kyriakis family? Could they be after control of Titan Industries? Or maybe something more abstract, like influence over public opinion, political power in Salem, or even control over the police force. One particularly chilling theory suggests they intend to exploit their shared maternal instincts to manipulate younger Salemites. Between them, they have nearly a dozen children, some estranged, some loyal, all vulnerable. If they begin using their offspring as pawns in a larger scheme, the damage could be irreversible. Conclusion: Salem should brace itself. There is no simple way to interpret this alliance. It could be the beginning of a long overdue transformation for both women. Or it could signal the start of Salem's darkest chapter yet. One thing is certain. Come June, the quiet streets of Salem will tremble under the weight of secrets, betrayals, and schemes spun with surgical precision. And leading the charge will be Sami and Vivian. Hand in hand, smile to smile, plotting the town's fate with every whispered conversation. So if you live in Salem, lock your doors. Keep your loved ones close. And whatever you do, never underestimate the power of two women with nothing left to lose. Next, Days of Our Lives spoilers for Wednesday, April 23, 2025. Drama, heartfelt connections, and shocking bids at the hospital fundraiser as another day dawns in Salem. Fans of Days of Our Lives are in for a treat, with a special episode packed with laughter, heartbreak, unexpected moments, and enough drama to keep everyone talking for days to come. The highly anticipated hospital fundraiser is finally here, promising excitement not only for the citizens of Salem but also for viewers who have followed these beloved characters for decades. In this article, we will walk through the most important events of the episode, explore what they mean for the characters involved, and dig into the emotional undercurrents that make Days of Our Lives such a staple for viewers, especially those who value rich storytelling and the bonds of family and friendship. The big event, Salem Hospital Fundraiser, brings the town together. The centerpiece of this episode is the Hospital Fundraiser, an annual event that has, over the years, served as a backdrop for numerous dramatic revelations and romantic encounters. This year, the stakes are especially high and the excitement is palpable. The townspeople have gathered with a shared goal to support their local hospital. But as always, it's not just about charity. There are personal motives, lingering grudges, and secret ambitions simmering beneath the surface. Kayla Johnson, a beloved figure in Salem, takes center stage as the gracious host of the evening. Her warmth and charm set the tone for the evening as she welcomes everyone and highlights the importance of the hospital to the community. As Kayla makes her opening remarks, there is a sense of unity in the room, but anyone who knows Salem knows that where so many big personalities gather, drama is never far behind. The bachelor auction, surprises, laughter, and a bid that shocks everyone. This year's highlight is the bachelor auction, a tradition that always manages to stir up excitement and sometimes a little controversy. Eligible bachelors from around Salem step onto the stage, one by one, each greeted with applause, cheers, and in some cases, a bit of nervous laughter. The proceeds will go to a good cause, but for the bachelors, there's a mix of pride, anxiety, and curiosity about who might bid for them and what it might mean for their reputations. One of the biggest moments of the night comes when Alex Kyriakis steps into the spotlight. Handsome, charismatic, and often at the center of Salem's romantic intrigues, Alex seems confident, but there's an air of uncertainty as the bidding starts. The tension builds until, to everyone's surprise, Gabby Hernandez, never one to shy away from making a statement, raises her hand and bids a jaw-dropping $10,000 for Alex. The crowd gasps and all eyes turn to Gabby. Why did Gabby make such a bold move? Speculation runs wild in the room and among viewers at home. Some wonder if she's trying to make J.J. Devereaux jealous, reigniting old flames, or stirring up unresolved feelings. Others suspect that Gabby has a larger plan, perhaps involving her ongoing rivalry with the powerful Titan family. Could she be using Alex as a pawn in a scheme to get back at her enemies? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, Gabby's bid will have consequences far beyond just one evening. Moments of connection. Chad DiMera and Kat Green grow closer while the auction is drawing plenty of attention. Another story quietly unfolds in the background, one that tugs at the heartstrings. Chad DiMera, still navigating the complicated waters of grief and new beginnings, finds himself drawn to Kat Green. Their friendship has been developing slowly, marked by genuine conversations, shared laughter, and a mutual understanding that goes deeper than surface attraction. On this special night, after the excitement of the auction has faded, Chad and Kat find themselves alone, sharing a quiet moment away from the crowds. There's a lightness to their interaction, a sense of hope, maybe even possibility. For a few minutes, the burdens of the past seem to lift, replaced by smiles and laughter. It's a reminder that even in the midst of loss and upheaval, life offers moments of joy and connection. Other guests notice the growing closeness between Chad and Kat. There are knowing glances exchanged and soft whispers among friends. Is Chad finally ready to open his heart again? Will Kat be the one to help him move forward? These questions hang in the air, adding an extra layer of anticipation to the evening's events. A heartwarming scene. Kat and the children, the warmth of the night isn't limited to romance. Chad is particularly moved when he observes Kat interacting with the children at the event. It's a simple, yet deeply affecting scene. Kat, with her gentle manner and easy laughter, is surrounded by children who are drawn to her kindness. She listens to their stories, laughs at their jokes, and offers encouragement with a patience that comes naturally to her. For Chad, this moment is both heartwarming and bittersweet. He sees how quickly the children, including his own, grow attached to Kat. While part of him is grateful, glad to see his children smile and feel cared for, another part is hesitant. He worries about what it might mean if things don't work out. Would it be fair to the children to bring someone new into their lives before he is truly ready? The scene stirs up memories of his late wife and the pain of loss, making his feelings for Kat even more complicated. Doubt and realization. Chad's inner struggle as the evening winds down and the guests begin to leave. Chad is left alone with his thoughts. The night has been filled with promise, laughter, and the possibility of new beginnings. But as he reflects on the events and his feelings, he comes to a difficult realization. He is not yet ready to open his heart to love again. This is not an easy admission for Chad. The desire to move forward, to embrace happiness, is strong. But the wounds of the past have not fully healed, and he knows that rushing into a new relationship would not be fair to Kat or to himself. With a heavy heart, Chad decides to take a step back to give himself and his children more time to grieve and to heal. His decision is not made lightly, and it sets the stage for more drama in the episodes to come. Will Kat understand his reasons? Will their friendship survive the setback? And what will the future hold for Chad as he continues his journey toward healing? The emotional impact, what this means for Salem, the hospital fundraiser episode, is more than just an evening of entertainment. It is a turning point for many characters. For Alex, Gabi's stunning bid opens new doors and potentially new dangers. For Chad and Kat, their relationship faces a crucial test, one that will require honesty, patience, and perhaps a little faith. For viewers, especially those who have watched these characters grow and change over the years, the episode offers a poignant reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of love and friendship. As Salem looks toward tomorrow, one thing is certain: the stories are far from over. New challenges, new joys, and new mysteries await. Fans can rest assured that the drama, heart, and hope that define days of our lives will continue to shine week after week. Conclusion. A Night to Remember. Wednesday, April 23, 2025 will go down as one of the most memorable episodes in recent memory, a night of laughter, charity, bold moves, and honest reflection. For longtime fans and new viewers alike, the hospital fundraiser reminds us all why we keep coming back to Salem, for the stories that touch our hearts, the characters we care about, and the hope that, even in the darkest times, love will find a way. Stay tuned for more spoilers, recaps, and behind-the-scenes insights as the journey in Salem continues.